I found a fast food restaurant that resembled KFC. It had fried chicken pieces, chicken wings, and even a 12-piece bucket. But there was a difference. This wasn't chicken, it's all vegan. So today I'm on a mission to try fast food restaurants that mimic these famous fast food restaurants, but these ones only serve vegan food. I'll be ranking each one on taste, meaty meter, how it compares to the real thing, and price to find out one thing. Is vegan fast food secretly better than the real thing? Let's go eat some fake meat. And the first restaurant is a place that apparently has a meat-free Big Mac, V-Burger, and everything here is 100% vegan. Inside there was self-checkout similar to your normal fast food restaurants. This place had box meals, dirty fries, plenty of burgers, and the main one, the V-Burger, basically a Big Mac. For this, fries and a drink, it came to £16.39. It was quite small in here and very green, and I was the only one, so I'll be talking quietly. My meal arrived, freshly cooked, but how authentic would it taste? The chips are actually very similar to McDonald's. Same sort of size, and this isn't even a large. I'd go as far as to even say that they're better than McDonald's. Controversial, I know. The dip is kind of like a sriracha mayo, but mixed in with like a burger sauce, and with the chips dipped into it. It's actually a good combo. It's the burger that's the main event. So you get the bun, 2 patties, I'm guessing the same sauce I just had. Lettuce, pickles, onion, and a cheesy sauce. If I didn't know this place was 100% vegan, I think that was me, genuinely. The sauce is similar to the sauce you get in McDonald's, just a little bit more tangier. I actually like it. It is messy though, but that's probably just me. You know what, it feels kind of good that no cows were hurt in the process of this food. If you look at the middle of the patty, it just looks like a really thin piece of meat. It tastes like that as well. And I went full organic with this drink to wash it all down. So refreshing. I'm very filled up after that, literally to the point where I'm ready for an afternoon nap, but I haven't got time because I've got more fake meat to eat. But before that, I've got to give a score for VE Burger. Let's do them ratings. I genuinely couldn't believe this wasn't beef. It tasted like beef, it had the same texture as beef. I didn't smell it, but I'm guessing it probably did smell like beef. I also didn't feel like I had fast food after. I didn't have that fast food feeling, so I'm guessing it's healthier. Although for a burger, chips, and a drink, it came to £16.39, which I think is quite expensive. So taste gets an 8, meaty meter gets an 8, and price gets a 5. So overall, V-Burger gets 21 out of 30. Time for a rival burger now. This is Ooey Burger, and like V-Burger, is green and so is everything inside. This place had burgers, fried chicken, premium sides, drinks and desserts, and Kermit the Frog just chilling on the wall. The theme was green and orange, and I was once again the only one in here. Where were my fellow vegans? For my meal, I got a vanilla milkshake, fries, and a bacon cheeseburger. The same as what you'd get in Burger King, just without the pig and cow. Right, let's test out the chips. It is pretty loud in here. You can hear the kitchen very loud, and the music, so apologies for that. The chips taste like Burger King chips, but in a McDonald's size. I just find Burger King chips are a bit rough around the edges, and that's what this tastes like. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that either. I'm not sure they're as nice as VE Burger chips, but they're still pretty decent. And fresh. Fresh is the most important thing. Let's have a look at this burger. So you get bacon. You get some cheesy sauce in there as well. You get a slice of cheese, and you get a patty as well, just thicker than before. See how it tastes. That is bloody deceiving. I literally feel like I'm eating a meat. I feel like I'm eating a bacon double cheeseburger. I mean, I'm not, but I hope I'm not anyway, otherwise I might drop down. It's actually really, really cheesy as well. Some vegan cheese I feel gets stuck in my teeth. It's just really stringy, but this one isn't. Look at that. This looks like meat. It actually makes me feel a lot better about not eating meat because the alternatives actually taste like it. And the bacon, I guess it's like Frazzle's bacon flavour. Right, I finished the meal. Now it's time to get into the milkshake, which is a vanilla milkshake. Obviously vegan, so basically no cow titties were used in the process of making this. Let's give it a try. It's got quite a little sharp taste to it. Getting a lot of brain freeze, just standard. The busman's parked outside, so I waved to him, he looked at me, but obviously he's not very happy today. I mean, there is a distinct difference between this and a normal milkshake, if I can taste it. I'd say it's not as smooth as a normal milkshake, but boy, that brain freeze. Look at this little, yeah, I'm not sure I like the milkshake. I prefer my whole milk. But that is ooh-wee complete. But I'm gonna have to give this place a little rating. So I'm gonna go sort out my brain freeze. But I've got to give this place a little rating. Let's go. That burger was so good. It mimics Burger King perfectly. Like V-Burger, it definitely tasted like beef, but even more in my opinion. I wasn't a fan of the milkshake though. It just wasn't my cup of tea, and that's probably the wrong analogy as I don't actually like tea. And the price for this meal was £20, which again, for fast food, I think is very expensive. So taste gets a 9, meaty meter gets a 9, price gets a 4. So overall, ooh-wee gets 22 out of 30. Right, do you fancy a hot dog? Well, not a real one, because this place is called Meet the Vegans in Camden Market. It has meat-free hot dogs similar to what you'd get in Five Guys. This restaurant actually has every type of vegan cuisine you can think of. Mexican, American, Caribbean, Indian, but we're after the fast food American, the Five Guys style. Get me a hot dog. And look at this, a masterpiece of fast food hot dog. Man, look at this bad boy. I mean, there's more hot dog than bun, but do you know what? I'm gonna go with it. So you've got a giant sausage, you've got some pomegranates on top, and we got chili soya, loads of sauce, and some leaves on top as well. So let's give it a little go. Wow, actually tastes like a hot dog. Bloody messy though. Oh my God. You get a knife and fork with it, but I'm not eating a hot dog with a knife and fork. I'm not doing it. So weird that there's pomegranates on top, but I'm on it. It's all down my trousers, everywhere. I've said that before. It's a beast, an absolute beast. But we can get through it. I'd say so far, the hot dog is definitely authentic. It definitely tastes of that authentic hot dog taste that you'd expect. Just gotta blow it a bit, 'cause it's hot. Which again means it's fresh. Vegan fast food is always cooked fresh. Well, anyone that I've experienced so far anyway. And do you know what? The one thing I really hunted for, and I didn't even know existed, was fake hot dogs. Ever since that tick ruined my life. So dramatic. But finally found it, and trust me, this is worth it. Camden Market. I finished my meal, not all the bread though, and you won't believe it, but after I'd finished this sausage and stopped recording all of this, some guy came up and took the bread and walked off eating it. I'm not even lying. I've got to say that could potentially be one of my favourite vegan food that I've tasted since becoming one, / fish eater. So that is up there. If I was to use a football analogy, it'd be in the top 4. But where would it come in these standings? Let's get them ratings in. This was as authentic as I've ever had. It tasted just like the real thing. I've also never had pomegranates on a hot dog, but I'm open to trying new things. The presentation was beautiful and the price was £17.32. And that was for a hot dog and drink, so similar in price to V-Burger and ooh-wee burger. So taste gets a 9, meaty meter gets a 10, price gets a 5. Overall, Meet the Vegans gets 24 out of 30. Well, looks like it's time for some vegan chicken. And this is Temple of Satan in Camden, where you can get anything and everything vegan. Apparently it's 666% vegan. Burgers, chicken, wraps, kebabs, shakes and more. And the interior was very on brand with a KFC too. It had a self-service machine with wings, popcorn, chicken and even this 12-piece bucket. But I went for the strips, chips and a can of Rio, which reminded me of being 14 years old buying it from Boss Man's corner shop before school. My meal arrived and it was time to test it. Would it actually resemble chicken? Let's test out the chips first. Chips with a bit of mayo. I've actually had at KFC. I'm not sure they're as good as the other chips I've had so far. That don't mean they're bad, by the way. They're still tasty and fresh. And that's my takeaway so far. Everything is cooked fresh. There's nothing just sitting there waiting for an order. Let's see what the chicken's like. Well, it's not really chicken. It smells good. It's quite a rubbery texture. Crunchy. The thing I'm just going to show you right now, it does look like chicken, doesn't it? And it tastes like chicken too. They've gone and done it. Made KFC without the chicken. What I will say though is that it was rubbery on the inside, the chicken. That's the only difference. But the flavour, the crispiness on the outside and everything like that, it's legit. I downed my Rio, which was just lovely. The inner child is crying with joy. Let's get those final ratings in, shall we? I love how fresh it all was, and that's one good thing about vegan and veggie. It is all cooked fresh. Most of the time anyway. The outside was seasoned like a KFC flavor, but the inside was more tofu texture. So I definitely could tell that this wasn't chicken. But the outside, damn, they replicated that very well. And the price for this meal was £10.50, and that's more like it when it comes to fast food. So taste gets an 8, Meaty Meter gets a 6, price gets an 8. So overall, Temple of Satan gets 22 out of 30, which means that the winner is Meet the Vegans. And it really only came down to the high prices from V Burger and Ooey Burger. Where should I go next? And subscribe.